Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys we are going to be doing another market watch video. It is Tuesday, I forget what date it is, but it is Tuesday, what is it? Tuesday the 25th of July 2017. So a lot's not been happening in the market necessarily since last week. We do have the link monsters out. We do have things of that nature out doing the TCG now, but that's not really going to affect the market a lot necessarily because we were already seeing people preparing for things of Core of the Duelist, which you see up here. We're going to talk about later on at the end of this video for a bit. And we've seen things for we have seen prices go up for things that we know about the TCG archetypes, the TCG exclusive archetypes, which we'll go over in this video. So there's a lot to go over, though prices, there hasn't been no dramatic price fluctuation of $20 or 10, something like that, ridiculous. So nothing like that. For the most part, we're still in the off season of Yu-Gi-Oh! And prices have been overall on the board going down. So Minervas have actually gone down even more in price. They seem to be staying around $10 to $10.30, $10 to $11. Omegas, and people, I would definitely pick up your Minervas because if Minerva, it's such a good card just in different types of decks that it will probably not get a reprint for the foreseeable future. So I would definitely invest in one or two Minervas for the future. Omega, unless Omega gets hit on the ban list, I definitely can see Omega being an amazing card in a Link era. It's going to be amazing, and for $8.34, I mean, how can you go wrong? And there's, you know what, Mystic Games here has 10, these guys have 19, my gosh. Crystal Wing Dragon. We are seeing a lot of Crystal Wing Dragon plays being played in the OCG. Even with, True Draco still around in the OCG. So this card will probably go up in price, I think, along with Omega over time. If you wonder about Omega, the reason why I'll go up is because, as far as I know, unless the rulings said something differently, when Omega is banished by its effect, uses its effect, and comes back, it goes to your main monster zone, which frees up your extra deck monster zone on your board. Sage with the Eyes of Blue, this will go up over time. People keep saying, oh no, Sage is, not going to be expensive. Yeah, people say that about a lot of, stuff that, gets reprinted, about, very archetypes that are very fan servicey, like Blue Eyes and Dark Magician. But over time, this will go up and up and up, especially if it never gets another reprint for a long time. Galaxy Soldier is something I think will go up over time as well. It's gone up actually like a week or so ago. It was like $3. Now they're up to $5, $6. The card will probably go up a little bit more when we get the Cyber Dragon deck in October. Denko Sekka, by the way, guys, in Secret Rare she looks gorgeous. But yeah, you can definitely pick her up. And Trishula's are cheap. Artifact Sanctums are pretty cheap as well if you don't have your Sanctums and Scythes and Mortex. Vanity's Fiends, these cards always maintain value no matter what, so I would pick up a couple if you don't have some already. Into the Void's another good card that can play in a lot of different decks. Zaphion has gone down in price a lot. It was like $3 last week. Now it's down to $1.25, so hype price gone down. Exciton Knight, if you don't already own your Exciton Knight, because it's probably coming off the ban list. Break Swords are $1.30, which makes me like giggle. Great Raptor Force, I just can't believe these cards were so expensive and now they're so cheap. So that's pretty much a little review of Battles of Legend. Maximum Crisis. Ash Blossoms have been going down overall. I told you they were probably going to hit the low 40s to high 30s, and that is what they are doing. They're around the $40 range right now, which is pretty much where I thought they would end up until the regional season comes up. Would I pick them up? Well, I'm trying to save money for Cole the Duelist, which we'll talk about. But if you do have the money, definitely good to have a play set or two on you, because this card is still being played in the OCG and is probably the best hand trap in the game next to Max C right now. Diagonic Diagram, that card has gone down in price I know last night there was a couple around I was seeing for $35, but people are picking them up very quickly. Masterpieces have gone down to around 11 or 10, 12. These two cards will go up in price if they do not get hit on the ban list coming up, whenever that is. Tornado Dragons, Duelist Alliance, you see here, pretty cheap prices overall. Zarks are still maintaining a value even though Lynx is in effect. Let's look on eBay very quickly. You see that even though it was around $40 on TCG Player, they're a lot more expensive on eBay. Joyous Springs, 45, 45, 45, and these are not orcas I'm looking at here. 45, 65, like, okay. Diagrams you can get cheaper on eBay to some extent, from what I've seen. Like here, you can get $37.50. I may actually pick that one up, but I don't know. I actually want one diagram for my Dino deck, especially if it gets hit to one of. But I don't know the ban list, man. The ban list. Then you see here we got a 42, 39, 38. That's an Orca proxy. Yep. 44. 40. So you see where I'm going with this here. You can get them for cheaper on eBay, but it's up to you. Okay, so people keep saying, oh, Pendulum Evolution is such a bad set. Well, yes it is, but from what we've seen in the OCG, in link format, and from what I've seen in link format thus far, Magician Pendulums can still function as a deck. Pendulum decks as a whole are not dead, guys. Yes, they have been not as good. You can't go Pendulum 5, but the thing is, Magician Pendulums can get around that to some extent. So if you want a good rogue deck for locals or whatever, I would definitely invest in this deck. Everything is cheap, man. Like, everything's $2, $3 and less. These may go up in price in the future, though, one day. Dragon's Mirror, always a good card, because they always maintain some value. And that's the highest rarity I think we have, besides some tournament pack one from years ago. Now, Duelist Saga, for the most part, I don't think is a great set anymore. I love the rarity, though. Don't get me wrong. I do love the rarity, and I do own cards from it. But there's a couple cards from Duelist Saga I would keep your eye on for the foreseeable future. One of those being Elemental Hero Honesty Neos. Now, I've been paying attention to OCG deck profiles over in the OCG that do play heroes. Everybody and their brother is playing 2 to 3 Honesty Neos. Everybody. And what do we know about heroes over here in the TCG? We love heroes. A lot of the community loves heroes. Now this card, I've been keeping an eye on it. You can see here, it's been kind of plateauing and then slowly going up, it looks like. Now I got 2 play sets of this that I personally own for 2 of my hero decks. These are going for $3.44 right now. What? $3.44? Around $4. This and Vision Hero, which is played in the OCG a lot because they do not have, they have double Stratos and 1 Shadow Mist, while we over here have triple Shadow Mist and no Stratos. But Vision Hero is really good in combination with Shadow Mist, which is the reason why they run more of this card, because it's really good Vision Hero, which is very cheap. But Honesty Neos, from any type of hero deck I see played, this card is played in. And this is a card I would invest in for nostalgia purposes. And number 2, it'll probably be money in the future because it's that good of a card. Chain Summoning. This is for that new burn deck that's coming out that I want to play. And we're going to talk about it in Code of the Duelist. They're going for $2 right now. It was a short print from what I remember back in the day in Phantom of Darkness. So if you have these in your commons box, they're worth a couple bucks. Lastly, so we're going to go over this here. This is something that I've been playing around over the last couple of weeks, and I wanted to show to you guys. I don't think anybody talks about this. Now, I know there's that Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch app that you can get on your phone, but I don't trust that thing with a grain of salt because the prices are always inflated. However, most players out there do, especially in North America, people trust TCG Player as a good standard for prices, except if it's a price hike. So, we're going to go over here the best selling cards on TCG Player right now. This is something we're probably going to do every week now, so it gives you a snapshot of what people are buying in bulk or good, what is hyped, what is being played, and what, if you got it, you can sell it off to probably people. GoFus are going up in price because we're in a link format era. There's no ban list right now, and GoFu is definitely a staple in any link deck you're playing, or for any deck just about. GoFu commons are going for, as you see here, very cheap, about $1.30. Pre-preps, which probably will get reprinted in the Mega Tin because they came out of Shiny Victories. This card's amazing. I knew this a year ago, and I picked up like a copy when they went down in price originally, like to 90 cents. I picked them up for I picked a whole bunch up because this card is going to be good, and the reason this card is good is because it's going to be played in the new zombie ritual deck that we're getting. That's a TCG archetype that's based off Spawn, I think, which is awesome. So I'm probably going to, I already have a couple play sets of this, but I'm just saying if you don't, pick this card up. This card's amazing. It's always been amazing. It may one day get hit to 1. It's that good. Anti-Spell Fragments is another good spell, card you see, which is very cheap. People are buying up. Spellbook of Secrets, because of Rudra being a ultra rare for us in Code of the Duelist. It's probably going to be 10 to 15 bucks for Rudras, or whatever the new name is. Knowledge, I think it is. Spellbook of Knowledge. But Secrets is amazing, so pick these up if you want to play in any spellcaster deck to some extent. Zaphion, I think this price got really hyped, and people figured out, well, it does waste a normal summon. Now, I've been playing with Time Lords. I should let you guys know. I've been playing with the deck, with the pendulum mechanic. There will be a deck profile on my channel later on, but I think this card is still very good. So if you have a play set and you can get them now for cheap for $1.20, I would do that. I think the price may go up in the future. Giant Rex we see is another good selling card. We see Spellbook of Prophecy. We see the Omega being sold a lot of. And then we mainly see Light Swarms. Now, Time Maiden, another good thing I should mention. This card is a very good card for Time Lord decks and Time Lord engines, quote unquote. So, if you're going to pick up any Time Lords, pick up Time Maidens now, because they're dirt cheap. But let's just look at the next page. We see promo cards, Giant Head Championship. You see it gets kind of out of control after the second page. But I just wanted to show you that first page for the best-selling page. Now, let's go to Code of the Duelist here. Alright, so we know for the most part, as I scroll down here, because it messed up earlier, but I want to go by rarity. So we're just going to talk about, I guess you could say, where's the secret rares? The general synopsis of some of these cards I think we're going to be getting. Is this the TCG one? I just want to make sure. Yeah, this should be the TCG one. So, the thing we know about this set, to some extent, is we have Trick Stars that are going to be very expensive to some extent. And I know people are hyping up, and granted, this is 2 weeks away, guys, so we'll probably talk about this more next week, but Firewall Dragon is being hyped up right now. I've seen pre-order sales for $70. I don't think it's worth $70. It's a good card. But we have to look to the OCG to this extent. And so I'm telling this to anybody that's going to be going to a pre-release in the coming days, or whatever the case is. Don't buy it pre-release, sell it pre-release. Okay? Unless there's like a really good deck that's coming out that people underestimate, which I don't think there is. We pretty much know what this set entails. We thoroughly know it. The only reason I would say people don't maybe thoroughly know the pendulum decks, what they're capable of, is because we haven't had like YGO Pro, Percy, and stuff like that to play with link monsters. But just about every site, like Dueling Book, you can play links, so we know a good knowledge of what this set entails. I think the prices are really hyped up now because everybody's excited for links. But if we look at the OCG meta game, okay, and even if we get something, even say we get Zoo killed, but they don't hit True Draco that much, True Draco will still be meta if they don't hit True Draco that much, okay? And we've seen, even with all these cards that they have over in the OCG, pretty much there's no link mechanic topping it at major events. We see even the burn deck, even the deck that I want to pick up, which is Trick Stars. They are not doing that. They're topping at local. They sneak in here or there, but they're not the best deck of the format. You know what I mean? they're not the best. This burn deck is not the best deck. It's True Draco, it's ABC, it's a combination of some other decks like Magicians and other decks out there. You don't see that many decks out of this set topping. Now, saying that, there's a good chance, like I've mentioned in videos before, that this TCG exclusive zombie archetype could make some noise, which is very possible. But I'm just letting you know, when you're going in to invest money in Code of the Duelist, there's none of these archetypes right now. Even Firewall Dragon Crazy Combo, which is very good. It's amazing when you see it pulled off. I get it's a new mechanic, but it's not doing a whole amazing lot of stuff over there. The things that will be the best pickups in this set, the best things to pick up in this set is Spellbook of Knowledge, known as Rudra. Okay, some of the Pendulum Link monsters, some of the links, and that's about all. I would say if you are on a budget and that's what you want to get, because Firewall Dragon will get reprinted to heck eventually. Okay, same as the protagonist's dragon. And second off, none of these archetypes I've seen do that amazing well in the OCG in major events. Now, there is an exception. There's World Chalice, which I will mention. The World Chalice with the normal monsters that use that a lot. They're mainly focused on link spamming. They work well with Firewall Dragon. That they have potential. But the thing is, yes, a lot of these archetypes have potential, but do you see them doing topping consistently on the OCG basis? You see them doing a lot right now in the OCG. Do you see them topping major event after major event like True Draco and Zoo have done? No. No, you have not. Okay. They're good decks. They're decent decks. But are they meta-defining decks that are for sure tier 1 decks that are going to be worth tons of money expensive? Are they going to be, you know, this? Are they going to be like, oh, we're going to be talking about it for months on end, how expensive Dragonic Diagram is and how broken this card is? You know, are we going to be talking about how this card may get hit and this card may get hit and how this Zoo engine is broken? No, I don't see that in this set. I see a lot of good, decent archetypes, a lot of good, decent cards, but not cards that are going to possibly get hit. Maybe Firewall Dragon, maybe will get hit. I don't know. But those are just my thoughts. I'm not saying it's a bad set. I'm not saying go pick up what you want. I'm just saying, hey, look at the OCG before you start buying cards. Okay? That's my suggestion. Look at what's doing good over there if you're investing to play meta. Alright? That's all I'm saying. So don't try to take this negatively. This is in no way any negatively the Code of the Duelist. I'm just trying to say, don't pay attention to the hype. Look at what's doing good in the OCG and use your brain to figure out what you want to play if you want to play meta. Okay? That's what I've done in the past, and that's what I'm doing now because we're entering a new era. Okay? But till next time, guys, take care. Have fun dueling. Good luck dueling. Hope this market watch was helpful. I know there's not that much that's going on, but I want to talk about the future investments, the current investments, what's happening, and things of that nature. So I'll see you guys next time, and good luck dueling to all of you. Take care, everybody.